Hey guys, it is Scrub here again. We're going to be doing a Raid Shadow Legends video just real quickly about the current fusion that's going on for Python. Probably one of the best fusions, if not the best fusion we've had for a long time. I think the last comparable ones would be Helicath and Brogni before that. Um, so I definitely think if you can get this champion, you should do it. I think at any point in the game, if you've got the resources to do this fusion, you should 100% be doing it. Anyway, so today what we're going to be talking about is champion chase. So we have the champion chase for 4th anniversary going on. It's pretty standard. There's nothing too revolutionary here. We have the breakup of 2 sets of fragments here. Obviously the main one at 2,500 points, and then we got 2 Lego books coming after that. Generally speaking, the first Lego book I think is really good value, and the second book tends to be a bit less because it's almost double the points just for another Lego book. But I mean, it's not bad time to be pulling shards. So it's getting Lego books is always handy for progressing your account. Now, what I'm going to do today is I'm going to get as many points as I can without pulling a shard. Now, I have pulled some mysteries for the champ training that is also going on at the moment, so I have all of 17 points at the moment. But hopefully, we'll be able to get a lot of points to help contribute to this. Now, doing this in particular does take a lot of forethought and planning, because it obviously takes quite a bit of resources and you need to save champions to do it instead of just feeding them. And it depends on where you are with your fusion for Razen as well. Because myself, I have not fused Razen yet. I have kept him in, and for this reason in particular, just to be able to farm these epics for a little while longer. Now, I think fusing Razen will be coming soon, in quotation marks there. I think as soon as I get up to or actually have Gomlock Skyhide, I will end up continuing my my missions, because I know for a fact I need to get Gomlock Skyhide as one of the Doom Tower missions. Currently I'm nowhere near that, so I'm not rushing through the missions as it stands. So we are just holding at this point, and taking advantage of the fusions that Plarium has left us to use. So this really helps our shard count through a lot of champion chases. We only generally use those things during a fusion, which obviously we currently have. And doing so and playing sort of safe and not trying to get into every summon event, because Plarium tends to throw them every second day, it seems like at the moment, has allowed me to build up a nice safe amount of shards. And I generally tend to use them when they have things like guaranteed events if the champion's worthwhile, and generally if I can like triple dip on something. So if there's like a champion chase and a guaranteed event, and you know those sort of events, and then or a 10 times, like a 2 times, a 10 times, and another event that runs alongside it. If you can triple dip, I'll generally pull shards. Outside of that, it's usually only within fusions that I'll pull shards. So pulling shards is a rarity on my account, but when we pull them, we pull usually 100 plus, 150 usually. So we're going to see how many points we can get for the champion chase. Remember, we're on 17 currently, and we're going to do as many as we can. We might as well start with Relic Keeper and get our points from there. Fuse that one. So we're probably not going to be pulling any shards just yet. We'll probably do that maybe in a separate video if we want to push later on. So we might do that tomorrow if that's the case. I think I've not fully ascended one, so we'll do that quickly now of the Justicar. There we go. Perfect. So Relic Keeper will always stay there no matter what. Like, he's there forever. But so each one of these is worth 250 points for the champion chase, which is not bad. Better than nothing. Wish you could speed this stuff up though. Okay. Razen. Okay, so we can't do any Lich. We should be able to do some of these bad boys. There we go. So a lot of what I generally do, so each day I check what I have to do for my campaign farming, whether it's the 3 bosses or the 7 anything from campaign. And if I get the 3 bosses, I tend to do ones that are involved in these fusions. So like the what do you call it? The what's her name again? Yeah, this champion. I forget her name at this point. There's a couple others as well. Obviously, you got this one over here, this one over here, and this one over here. So not a bad place to get your fusions ready. And then when you pull your ancient shards, look out for the fuse symbol and then hold on to them. That's how I've been doing it. I've been doing it for, probably 2 years. I just slowly accumulate them for days like today, where I just want to, punch out some numbers. And I may be pulling some shards just to potentially go for a placing in the Champ Chase tournament as well to get the 5 fragments, because that will mean that I won't have to pull in the Summon Rush tournament next weekend, potentially. But I likely will anyway, to be honest. If I'm going to try to miss anything in this tournament, it's probably going to be artifact enhancements or dungeon divers, because that will be possible if you do both summon events. You don't have to do everything, and summon events will make it a much easier time for your energy and your actual time, because you won't have to pay so much attention. Because we all know how much time you have to spend in this game to actually get anything done. Okay, so we'll just keep fusing these champions. Okay. So, as you can see here, I've run out of Gore Mask, but again, you can get that from campaign. So that's something I'll probably be looking at doing over the next, X amount of time to actually replenish my stocks in that one, so I can use up these other champions for future champion chases. Oh, need to level up ascend another. Ooh, need to do 2 ascensions. Okay, so we're going to do 2 of those and a halberdier. Alright, let's do them now. Actually, they're probably not even in my main thing, are they? Let me guess. In the reserve vault. Wrong one. Reserve vault. Okay, beautiful. And basically, that's all I use my reserve vault for at the moment, is champions that are waiting for Champ Chase tournaments to be fused. And like you're about to see, you will get quite a lot of points doing this. There's probably a really good argument to not do it in a way, depending on how you find champion training tournaments, right? Champion training tournaments, because effectively I'm trading food for shards for points, if that makes sense. But me being free to play, shards are the real roadblock, generally speaking. So I take my time building my champions. I'm pretty comfortable at the moment in most places in the game, so I've got to that point. So building champions isn't crucial to me now, but I still do it very slowly. And once you get a half decent roster, you can ease up a little bit on the champ building, because eventually you're not going to be able to keep up with your books. That's the real reality. Keep forgetting about this spacebar tactic to speed that along. And yeah, because building champions is very slow on free to play, because you got to do masteries, you got to do potions for ascension, then you got to get books, and books take a bit of time, which is why I always like champ training events, because that's when I go nuts for champ training. That's when I push and get as much food as possible, because I always want to get that book. And then there's the obvious, do clan boss every day. Okay, one, beautiful. Can you speed this up at all? No, that's a shame. If only you could speed up the animations everywhere. One of the many things they could add on. So now I'm out of spike heads, which is unfortunate. So I'll have to be out on the lookout for when I pull mysteries and ancients to get more spike heads. Same with what's her name? Marked. That's the one. Okay, so on to Broadmoor. So I've even got a few of these stashed away. Now, I don't generally keep too many of these because you get so many pulling mystery shards, but still, it's points. I think it's 50 points for a void. Yeah, 50 points in champ training, and it all matters. Come on, game. Okay, and also got these ones stashed up, ready to go. Fuse a Broadmoor. Quite a bit more expensive for the Broadmoor fusions. Instead of 300k, they're 1 million, but that's because it's a void, and you also do get extra points. You do get an extra 150 points for the voids. So instead of 250, you get 350. That's only 100 more points. Yeah. Don't do math on stream, right? That's the rule. So that'll be another 700 points from Broadmoor. So that's going to leave us in a really good position, and I think we might actually have enough points to have gained possibly even close to the first legendary book. All right, let's have a look. Now, it might take a second because of the delay in the points calculation. There we go. We got all the way up, and we're just shy of 3k. Now, there's a few things I could do to push it over. One is obviously pull mystery shards, which isn't a bad idea, if I'm honest, because I need it for champ training anyway. But what's likely to happen is, like I said, tomorrow or later on today, I'm probably going to pull some ancient shards. I have a lot already stored, so we'll probably push on to that. We'll probably get both books, to be honest, and we might even take a look in this top 2 area, because like I said, if I can get these fragments, that would be handy, but I'm not going to break my bank for it. So I always short on books, always will take books, and we'll leave that, and we'll probably leave the energy just to sit there for a while until I desperately need it, but I'll probably end up using it for champ training. But that's pretty much what I wanted to show you guys, that you can technically do champion chase without pulling shards. It just takes a bit of forethought and a long-term thinking. So whenever you see those champions with a little sort of circular fusion markings when you pull them, hold on to them, maybe throw them in your reserve vault like I did, and then slowly build them up over time. And that way you can, when the champ trace comes down, you can really take the pressure off on your shard count. But that's basically all I wanted to say today. So we'll probably see you in the next video for some shard pulls, I'd say. So keep an eye out for that, and we'll see you in the next one. Catches.